seen many in Iowa for sale for a while.
You have all of them. This is the holy grail. 23 three-wheelers.
I mean, it just blowed up.
It blowed up. I mean, what else are you gonna... Oh, it goes backwards. What's up, everybody? Today on Cars and Cameras, I'm in Iowa hanging out with Kevin from Junkyard Digs, and he has a storage unit full of three-wheelers. We're gonna pick some and see how many we can get running, and then go riding.
Are you ready to see this?
I'm ready. It sounds like he's got a couple dozen in there. I don't know.
This is a problem. That's what I have. Hey,
That's a lot of three-wheelers.
I spent a year where every three-wheeler that popped up for $200 or $300 I picked up and I put it in here.
1, 2, 3, 4. Probably between 12 and 18 or more.
All of it. Yeah, in the back they're too high. The 110s are on top of the 200s back there. And then you get up here and they start getting stacked end for end or too high. So
Awesome.
we got a big old pile of tires. I see some bar treads. We're gonna want those. I know if all else fails, I had last winter 2 that ran out of this whole pile. Here's one, and the other one's at the shop. There's still 5 three-wheelers at the shop right now that that's not even in this pile. But yeah, there should be a good mix of just about any three-wheeler is in here. There's a 250 SX. This is a 200. That's a 185. There's a couple 185s. There's some 110s. I think there's a 90 maybe. There's a 250 ES. Yeah, there's 250. There's 284 200 ESs, which are probably going to be what we want to dig at least one of those out for the river. So pretty much if Honda made it, there's a variant of it in this shed. And we're going to see if we can get them running and then take them down the river for a good weekend of fun.
Awesome. So we got like 18 three-wheelers to choose from in here. We're just gonna take the best parts from all these carcasses and see what we can make run.
It might be in gear. No, it's not gear. Why you no roll?
Going down. Yeah, it's got one too many wheels on it.
Yep, that one's out.
What is it?
That's a Honda 250 EX. I don't know, some guy gave it to me for free.
Some nice looking suspension on there.
Yeah.
Sure would be a shame if someone
Look at that.
put it in the carry-on and took it to North Carolina.
Is this all flat tires? Good, great, awesome.
Dig out?
It's just that easy.
This one's nice, man. It's got air in the tires.
Yeah, this is arguably the nicest one in the shed. Definitely like the nicest parts on it.
So this was not a drop-in option. They had to make some adapters.
She got a well?
Yeah, it looks good.
The thing about the 110s is the plastic come all the way off like that. Oh, this has no exhaust.
Yeah, it's nothing.
Who knows, they might have burnt a valve.
That's true.
I'll check it for you.
I think I already did.
Okay. Here, let's turn your fuel on.
Oh, that'll help.
Maybe nothing. Let me do something here. Give me the old spring choke start method. So it was like running with my hand over it. It might have a vacuum leak somewhere is all that's wrong.
That's true. Well, you don't have an exhaust for this, do you?
Nah. Well, we could always put this on the trailer and take it back and see if we can get it running. It's an option for how many can run.
It's an option.
Yeah. Believe it or not, after I bought all these for summer, I haven't seen many in Iowa for sale for a while.
You have all of them. Oh, full suspension.
Full suspension, whole new motor, shaft driven, forward, reverse, electric start, headlight.
Yeah.
Headlight that comes off.
That is so cool.
And yeah, look at that. As a spotlight.
Like a flashlight.
It's got like a 15-foot cord.
This is the holy grail, other than the 350R, right?
250R.
250R.
We'll take this with us. This one should run.
Nice.
But I've said that like 5 times. Okay, so now we're digging into what we're gonna want for the rear. You're gonna want something lightweight because you're gonna get stuck. You're gonna want to get off, pick it up, set it down. So like the big 250s with reverse, a little too heavy. They're like a good 60, 70 pounds more or something like that. So you get fatigued after a day of doing that.
Yeah.
You just have a crazy tight turn radius, so you don't always need reverse. You can usually get away with it without it, but once in a while it's nice to still have. So there needs to be some weird hybrid of the hardtails, the light three-wheelers with reverse. There is, 1 year only, 1984, the 200 ES. There's only one 200 ES. People call all the ones prior to 200 ES, they're just E or an S. They had shaft drive, so your chain won't get kicked off by sand, with reverse in a hardtail, so they're lightweight. So this is the holy grail of river riders right here. And there's actually, I think, 2 of them. Yep, that one's got reverse as well. You can see it right here.
Someone got creative with the front suspension.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I forgot about that. It's okay, we got plenty of parts wheelers that we could put. Well, honestly, they're probably all C's.
I mean,
so
if it works, dude, that's fine.
This is a great river beater right here.
Yeah.
Downsides, the rear ends are really expensive and they like to leak and blow up.
Oh.
Because they get water in them. So make sure you always drain that sucker.
Okay. Air in the tires?
So we need one parts machine for motor parts. We need a stator and Jesse's three-wheeler needs some pieces and stuff. There's 3 right here that we can take back and pull the motor off of, or there's one at the back of that pile.
Okay.
Behind, that's a 200M on the end. When they came out with the 250s, they had leftover chassis in 84 and 85 or whatever years it was. The last hardtails were M's, which are actually just basically the bare bones 200 before, but now it says M. Back there's a 185 with an airbox, Jesse. You might just want to throw a front end on that one and trade it out for yours instead of taking the parts off of that one.
Yeah.
You know what? There's a front end right there. We could put, let's see if we can put that one together too today.
Sure.
185, it's got a round head on it. So the reason that one came out and only to sell is we need at least one of the just sacrificial parts frames.
Yep.
Probably the one under the stack of tires actually is the one we need.
Oh, fine. How many are we up to? Let's do a head count.
Alright, 6. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's how numbers work.
7, 8, 9.
So there's 5 more that aren't here.
23 three-wheelers. That's almost 75 wheels. Don't question it.
Oh, I was on to something. Alright, so there's our last parts machine we need. Get this outside, put it on the trailer, we're going to organize this, drink a beer, go home. Sorry, go to the shop, drink a beer. I mean, work on 3-wheelers.
Started throwing down rain. We got all the, how many we have over there? 6?
6, I think 3 riders and 3 parts rigs.
So we're gonna get this reorganized and we'll see you at the shop.
Maybe.
We made it over to Kevin's shop and awesome shop, by the way.
Thank you.
We have our work cut out for us. We got basically an afternoon to see how many of these we can get going.
We settled on
3
out of like 9.
because we just have an afternoon. Hey, but all those already run over there. We have a backup. We have 3 parts 3-wheelers that we can be robbing from. I'm missing a spark plug boot, a spark plug. The wires on the CDI are frayed. The front suspension is definitely broken. So that's what I'm working with.
That's fine.
Yeah. So we're gonna get busy. See if we can get making rum. What?
At least you have front suspension.
At least I have front suspension.
Yes.
That's true. My 3-wheeler is missing a few parts. First one being a spark plug boot. We don't have another coil that's gonna work with the.
Yeah. Despite
Out of
bringing,
like the 4 that we grabbed, the 6 that we grabbed.
none had the one little nut you needed.
Right? So Kevin's gonna rig up
something.
New boot from what, Small Block Ford?
Yeah, we're gonna be new boot goofing. So yeah, we're just gonna clamp this little bugger on there.
That's definitely the correct tool.
Yep. This is the only tool I own. Good to go. We'll slip the boot on, put a plug in,
Pull it over.
hit the river. I've done some diagnosis on this already. I actually worked on this one a little bit. The guy told me it had a bad CDI, and they were a 1-year only CDI, and they're like really expensive and hard to get. Actually not. You can do a couple modifications to make any CDI work, which is why that wire's cut. That's all you have to do, potentially. And it still didn't fix the no spark problem. So if I remember right, I had decided the pickup coil for the magneto was bad. So it needs the side cover, recoil, and flywheel taken off, and then the charge coil behind the flywheel needs replaced. So you'll have to scavenge one off one of those, hope it fits, and then we should be good to go. I have no neutral light. Oh, I could. There is the chance it's not neutral. That's always an option. I'm not gonna say my hopes are high, because my hopes aren't high, but let's see if it cranks. No engine stop switch either, so who knows what position that's in.
Hey, your headlight works.
Thank God. It's getting scared. She's a cranker. Throw some fuel at it here and see if it makes any noise. I hear compression. So since our off run on switch up here is missing, that's going to be where I look first. Then maybe this plug or something here too. So I don't
Not getting off easy.
Yeah, you don't have spark. I don't have spark. Let's see what happens. Noise alert.
All right, here's where all the magic happens. It's a lot of Deborah. Situation over here is not super awesome, but I'm gonna try cleaning it out, slamming it back together, and seeing if that fixes anything. But Kevin is ready to see if we have spark again.
Yeah, so I have just verified a couple voltages here and there, cleaned the plug, checked on the plug instead of with a screwdriver, and it did have spark. I also replaced this light because they were both burnt out for some reason. And we have spark now, so
See if it runs.
yeah, we'll hit it with a little fuel here. See if it do anything. So we got one that runs. So I've got my tank back on. It had gas in it. No idea if it's good. I don't know a thing about this three-wheeler. I bought it for like a couple $100 and just threw it in the shed because we were busy. So yeah, let's see what happens. It flooded the bowls out, so I smacked on the bottom of the carburetor a whole bunch to free those up.
And it worked?
Oh yeah. So that's pretty common on these, especially if they've even
whacked it.
yeah.
Float.
Even if it's like one of your good three-wheelers or what a good machine, you let her sit for a couple months, they'll flood out. Okay, choke's open. We'll try that and then we'll close it. Come on, girl.
Awesome. Only one down.
Carb needs a little work. I'll get the boot back on there so I can plug it, see if that cleans it out.
So update, it's like 9 o'clock at night and we still only have one three-wheeler that runs, and it's Kevin's. So
I mean, it just blowed up.
it blowed up. I mean, what else are you gonna, I'm so glad that didn't like, anyway. Yeah, this three-wheeler's not gonna happen, unfortunately. We went through everything in the electrical system, and it still could be that, what do you call it, the stator thing?
Stator, alternator, potator.
The tater.
Potator, alternator.
One of the taters is just not working. So I'm gonna move on to another one. And Kevin is rebuilding his carburetor and
Still.
gonna keep it moving. He said this morning, he was like, man, we're gonna be riding these things this evening. Jesse's is still blowed up. Kevin's is blowed up, and mine was never not. Dude, that's what happens when you light stuff on fire.
This wasn't on fire.
Okay.
I might have one of these somewhere. If not, this one's blowed up too.
So about 5 hours later, we have replaced pretty much everything on this three-wheeler about the ignition system, and it still does not don't have spark.
Still blowed up.
Yeah. In fact, it got even more
blowed up.
Yeah. So this is our backup three-wheeler. As soon as I turned the fuel on, it was spilling out of the bowl, so I gotta fix that. Other than that, it should run, according to Kevin, but we hope we don't have to use it. It is the backup.
In the meantime, this carburetor's been rebuilt. Let's see if it'll run. That'll do it.
Does the transmission work? Do the brakes work?
Or do we want to put it all the way together then find out?
Oh, it's, yeah.
Now we'll try it.
All right, it goes. Meanwhile.
A little bit of flex in this fun.
Oh, yeah. Are we gonna fix that?
Oh, wait a minute. This is the first one of these I've ever had that ran.
Oh, it goes backwards.
Idle's a little high, but it didn't blow it up.
Otherwise, not bad. Yeah.
Okay, so get some fenders on this, and we got one. It's been like 12 hours.
12 hours. All right, update. Carburetor's apart. It's 10:30, but Kevin's ready for a ride.
This one's finally good. I also just finally noticed that the front end, we knew it had some custom bracketry going on, but the axle is just a like 2-foot long carriage bolt with a nut welded to it and about 900 washers, and it's nice and U-shaped.
The bearings don't do anything.
Oh, there aren't any bearings. It just rolls around in the housing of the tire. Watch this.
That is
That's a good river rider. Right
properly destroyed.
Destroyed? You mean blowed up?
Yeah. Looks pretty nice, man.
I need to go retune it and put the river tires on and maybe fix the brake. Oh wait, does this one work? It do have brake. It got slow. Not really brake, but just deaccelerators. But yeah, there's one. I need to reset the idle because I had the choke on the whole time.
We've said there's one like 4 times soon.
Also, like 7 hours ago, we said, well, let's just do this and then hit the river. And
here we are.
This is about right.
Still
honestly.
not at the river.
Well, let's go get yours buttoned up, and his buttoned up, and the spare buttoned up.
All right, the carburetor's reinstalled. I turned the fuel on, and it's not pouring out. Hello. So I'm gonna try to fire it up. See what happens.
All right, where's the
brake clean?
Snap my wrist off. This is why I get the ones with
Electric start.
Yeah.
Man.
Slides installed backwards.
It only fits in one way.
I know, but this, well, no, this was just a really heavy one. Something's not right. This three-wheeler is so finicky with that carburetor. Dude, I hate it. This is what it would do. It would just sit there and scream. And then you get it to idle, and it's idling like nothing, and it just shuts off. I don't remember what I ever did to fix it.
Do we have 2 working 3-wheelers yet?
Maybe. That one kind of works. Is yours ready to look at it?
Let's try it again. Oh, that's chunky. It kind of idles. It's like you get
Yeah, if you can figure out where that cable's getting caught up, you can fix your idle.
All right, we finished up at about 1 in the morning last night. 2, something like that. And we have 3 3-wheelers.
There's 12 in here, and we have 3 that work.
Yep.
The thing is, the 3 that work will work for like 18 years before they need fixed again, even though they're made out of all thread. All right, to live. Pretty good. This one's terrible.
Do the tires need air again? Bonk. There's another one that works. It's just like the one at home. No brakes? It got front brakes. There you go. We made it to the spot we're riding, and around the last corner, the 3-wheelers fell halfway off the trailer. So,
If that's not
good start to the day.
Yeah, if that's not a omen, I don't know what it is.
Stuck?
Hey Phoenix, hang on.
All right, so we're out here on the back 40 out at Kevin's buddy's Jed's place, having some fun. We're gonna figure out some challenges and just try not to blow anything up. And anyone needing diesel work in the Midwest, check out Central Iowa Diesel Performance for all your diesel needs. Let's go have some fun. Do we need to help him?
He'll be fine. You're fine, right?
Indestructible.
Done it. Oh man.
So close, man, so close.
This is a terrible idea. We're moving around.
Oh, did anyone see that fish?
There's jumping fish in here. Flying fish. Oh, fish.
I had a ton of fun hanging out with Kevin and the guys. None of the 3-wheelers blew up that day, and we had a ton of fun out riding. That night, we went to the Night of Destruction, the Hancock County Fair in the small town of Britt, Iowa. And if you're anywhere in the Midwest, I highly recommended it because we got to watch school bus racing, trailer racing, and train racing, which was my personal favorite. And yeah, it was definitely the night of destruction. Anyway, leave us a thumbs up if you enjoyed the episode. We are right there at 1 million subscribers, so go ahead and subscribe and help us reach that 7-figure mark. We're up in Colorado with Go Power Sports right now, shooting some videos, so be sure to stay tuned for those as well. Anyway, thanks again for watching. We'll catch you next time.